Hello, lovelies. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out and joining me for some more journal fun today. I've got a super special journal that I want to share with y'all today. These journals are what I call letters to my loves, and I created these for my adult kids who are 21 and 24 currently. And it was just something that I wanted to do a couple years ago as a special reminder for them. And when I open it up and read the opening tag for you, it'll all come together. But let's just say that they're so amazing that I decided I wanted to make one for myself. So now I'm going to do that for the younger me who needs to hear all these same letters of love. And that'll be this beautiful pink one. These are very simple, basic, inexpensive faux leather. These come from Amazon. And obviously the kitty has had his teeth in them as well. And I will do my best to tell you where I get certain things, but I've been collecting the ephemera for decades, so I don't always remember where I get everything. And then I turn a lot of things into ephemera. So I'll do my best to, tell you where I've gotten things, and if I can link stuff, I will. So this one is for Hermione, my youngest. And I just chose colors that spoke to me when I was creating it. Both of my babies are winter babies. Hermione really loves the winter season, so I thought it would be fitting to just throw this little tag in there. And again, the kitty's been chewing. Okay, so what I did is I just put some of my favorite photos in here of me and Hermione, and then just started creating some fun things to fill the space. That's all. This is a page protector that I have a tool to turn into a dashboard. So we've got a picture of me and Hermione. And a lot of these are just like Tim Holtz wallpapers. These are, wallpapers, vintage wallpapers I've purchased off of Etsy and places like that. So let's get into the premise of this journal. Oh, this is from Allie Edwards that I can remember. After I read this and we go along, I'm just going to show you the visuals of it, but I'm going to go quickly over the letters simply because they're very, very personal and I want to keep those private for my kids. I know you can't really read it with the camera far away, but I just want to protect their privacy on that. All right, so here we go. This is the same for the content of the tag is the same for Giovanni and Hermione, and so are some of the letters throughout the book. And then there are other letters that are specific to each of them. I wrote these letters to you in this beautiful book, not because I needed to say things I've never said to you or because I don't say them in real time. Everything I've written here are words, thoughts, and feelings I've expressed with you since you were born, and with every fiber of my being, do my best to show you every day of your life. I will continue to do so with you till I leave my physical body, and even then, I trust you'll always feel my love. I know as much as I love and value you, I do and say things sometimes that upset you, because that's the way of humans learning who we are and interacting with each other. But I know my intention is to always be as loving and truthful as I can be to myself and you. So I really just want you to have this special keepsake with my heart and soul written in it for when we may have some of those moments or any other reason that you may need a sweet reminder that no matter what, you always have been and always will be my greatest blessing of life and the reason for who I am and everything I do. My wish for you is that you always know that you are made of the same stardust that you see glowing in the cosmos every night and the same energy of the sun that lights every day. And no matter what you face in life, even the toughest things or darkest demons, something within you knows you can handle anything, that it's not happening to you but for you, and you maintain an inner connection and calm and conviction in yourself. You are a very intentional and valuable and purposeful piece of the whole of the universe, and life itself is expressing through you. Even when you don't feel that way, may this always remain your anchor of truth to carry you through. The fact that you were born is evidence that God knew the world needed your unique expression. So I really hope you know there's nothing more important than to discover and share what's within you while you're here on the planet. Okay? That is the premise of this entire journal. I just want them to have a reminder of what I just read always. When they need it, when I'm not here. So these are just some of the letters that I've written. Hermione loves lemonade, so I thought it'd be cute to put one of her lemonade labels in here. Be Heard by Cleo Wade. Sing your song if that is what's inside of you. Sing your damn song. Do your soul that favor. Miley was born in February. More letters. Some nursery rhyme stuff. They're both Puerto Rican, so I wanted something to remind them of that. Vintage wallpapers I just love so much. Miley loves pink, so I just like this cover of the New Yorker magazine. The kids and I collected barista bears way back in the day when companies still cared about those little fun things to do. And so this was a nod to that collection that we have. This piece of material is actually one of Hermione's favorite pairs of leggings from probably about the age of 5 to 8. And once she outgrew them, I kept them, and then I just put a piece in here. And some of my favorite vintage wallpapers. These are some letter tiles I've had for more than 2 decades. Can't even remember where those came from. And I did leave space in case I wanted to add, they wanted to add, or just to have breathing space because it looks good. I have been a seeker and still am, but I stopped asking the books and the stars. I started listening to the teachings of my soul. Hermione's a Pisces, so I wanted to have that in here. More letters, more letters. Both kids love cats. Hermione loves bunnies as well and has had both as pets and still does. So I wanted to give her a little nod to her love for kitties and bunnies. Be fierce, be brave, be you. No one is you, and that is your superpower. These page tags and this material here, this is an old blouse of mine that I no longer wear, obviously, and I loved the material, so I wanted to cut it up and use it in my journals. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so obvious and simple, and yet everybody rushes around as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond being themselves. Paint swatches, because I just love those in my journals. Just more fun papers and stickers and materials. More Ali Edwards ephemera here. The mystery is that while we're broken at times on the surface, we're always whole somewhere in the depth of our being. These are just, for me, they sound so simple, but yet such powerful reminders that I want them to always remember. More kitties, lace, fun stuff that I know Hermione loves. And this is a decoupage napkin. And that's the end of the book. Very simple, very straightforward. It wasn't a huge project, which I loved, but yet so meaningful. This is just the back of the same dashboard from the front. A photo of me pregnant with Hermione. And then just some fun stuff in the pocket. So when the kids were little, we started one of those growth charts. We did one measurement in 2005 and never did another. And so it was fun. At one point, I just decided to cut it up and give both of them their measurement. This is a template from Hermione's first tattoo. She loves vintage and flowers, so it's just a simple, gift card in there. And another gift card as a nod to both of my kids are gay. So we have a pride card from Starbucks. Okay, and that's it. Let's take a look at Giovanni's. Again, just some of my favorite photos of me and Giovanni. I love our story. Sure, it's messy, but it's the story that got us here. You are enough. You are so enough. It is unbelievable how enough you are. So fitting for Giovanni. One of my favorite pictures, and a very long time ago, 24 years ago, almost 25, when digital cameras were just coming out, so not that great. And Giovanni has an adopted pet snake, so I thought this was super fitting for him. And again, the tag says the same thing as Hermione's, just decorated differently. A heart from Allie Edwards. And again, Giovanni's got, just very vintage looking things because they both love vintage. Giovanni loves black. Born in December, winter solstice baby. Reminder of his Puerto Rican heritage that he values so much. Again, these are off of blouses I no longer wear. So fun to cut up things that we don't use anymore and make use of them. Nod to our Barista Bear collection. And then this is a piece of material from I guess a scarf we'll call it, that Giovanni got at Disney back in the day when we lived in Florida. And at one point was very into pirates. So it just felt fitting to put it in here. Giovanni's a Sagittarius. Same, all the quotes are the same. And although some of the letters are the same and some are different, like I said, I also did them in a similar order, but not necessarily. And I didn't, decorate identical. It's very similar, but the pages are not identical. But because I had sort of a template I was going by, once I did one, it was faster to do the next one. And all of these letters that are in here that I wrote, oh, this is beautiful. Giovanni has always been very much a bug science, apothecary nature investigator. So it fit. What was I saying? The letters that are in here. Over time, I wrote them in my Evernote app. That's my other digital journal that I keep. If you've watched my journal stack video, you know that Evernote is one of my digital journals along with day one. But I just kept all the letters that I wanted to write in a notebook in there for both of them. And then when it came time to sit and do this, I just wrote the letters in. It was so much easier then. And it helped in terms of determining space needed for each letter that I wanted to do and then have the decoration around it. Okay, the back side of the dashboard, me pregnant with Giovanni. And again, a nod to being his precious gay self, his height measurement. And then also Giovanni at one point in his life was very big into Spiderwick when it came out. And at one point I'll share journals that we made together during that time, but I just thought that was a special nod to him. Okay, and that is that. And then, like I said, I'm going to use this pink one now to make one for me. So this is the journal from Amazon. It comes cover, these inserts. I'm pretty sure it had like 2 books in it actually, but I only need the one. See, very simple, very cheap. Like, I don't know, $10, $11 for this. Love it. Okay. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon.